bluegrassers, welcome to the channel. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country. As always, I'm doing bluegrass today. Jeff Cather said it was time for me to do some bluegrass, so he made a gift request for me to do Molly Tuttle and Golden Highway's Crooked Tree. So Jeff, shout out to you. Thank you for that. Jeff is out in Oregon. You said Molly is in California, so I wore my Cali shirt. I don't know if you can see that, but it does say California right there. In your honor. West Coast thing, right? And what did you say? Yeah, you just said it was time for some bluegrass. So I did a couple of years ago a reaction to Billy Strings with Molly, and it wound up getting taken down for some reason. I don't remember what the deal was. It was probably like 4 years ago that I did it. And that's what my notes say anyhow. So let's see if we could successfully get this one going. Oh, it's a live performance at the Station Inn. Sweet.
And it's getting really hot up here, so I actually thought I would take my wig off for this next one.
Love the sound.
Two trees in the forest, one was crooked, one was straight. Crimson bark and emerald needles growing day by day. And though they look so different, they enjoy the rain the same side by side. A chickadee had told them of a darkness on the land, spinning blades that came to visit carried by a man. And every other tree would see them cut down where they stand by and by. Oh, can't you see? A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree.
A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine? Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Yeah, no, she's just saying like a crooked person doesn't fit in this world. Maybe that's why she took her wig off too. I don't know why she did. Maybe purposeful, it might be medical. I don't know. But whatever it is, yeah, she prefers the path less traveled, the crooked tree. She doesn't want to be part of the machinery.
Perfect trees were driven down the mountain to the mill. They turned them into toothpicks and to $20 bills. It seemed the more the people took, the more they needed still in the end. The crooked trees were left there after all the work was done. Now they go for weeks and never witness anyone. No one left to tell them if they're growing right or wrong with the whispering wind. Oh, can't you see? A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree.
It can be lonely. Gotta feel good hearing this.
twists and turns along the way. Like the crooked tree, I'm growing stronger day by day as the clouds roll by. A river never wonders why it flows around the bend. A mountain doesn't question how it rose up from the land. So who am I to wish I wasn't just the way I am? Who am I? Oh, can't you see? A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. I'd rather be a crooked tree.
All eyes on the fiddle player.
Thank you. We'll be right back for set 2. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Now the Tuttle folks, come on, get on your feet.
That was right. I love the way they ended that. I mean, it was very creative, very artistic. I mean, they closed with the fiddle player, but even Molly just strummed once or twice. I mean, that was all, I'm pretty sure, choreographed and planned, but the content, the lyrics, and the meaning of it too. Yes, and like one of the lines in there was like, at being a crooked tree or a nonconformist, somebody who beats to her own drum, you should become stronger through life. The tree itself, the crooked tree, has grown stronger, but it can grow weaker too. If enough things aren't working, if you're so unique, if you just sort of feel isolated within the world itself, the way it's represented here is that the straight trees are taken to the mill and used for toothpicks and $20 bills. And fair enough. I mean, there's a use for them. The crooked tree doesn't fit in the mill machine, so they're let be. They grow taller, they grow stronger. And that is true in life. I mean, frequently people don't know how to deal with, address, be involved with somebody who's radically different. And if they're radically different and kind, they're approachable. It's easy to be sort of friends with and amused by them. But if they're so sort of, I don't know, esoteric in they're just so different, they may not be able to relate to you either. Like, I don't like cliches. Like, I know how to get along with people. That is not a problem for me. But I don't like cliches. They just bother me. I don't want to say them. I don't want to be one. You won't hear me say, oh, where does the time go? You will never hear me say that because it's so freaking cliche. Also, when people say that, they're not taking into account when life sucked, the time was dragging by. What have you. That's just a for instance. But the crooked tree, it's not crooked in the sense of on the wrong side of the law. It's just I'm beaten to my own drum. And that I absolutely love. But it can be lonely. It can be hard when things aren't working. You'll go through stretches where you're quote unquote bucking the system. You're not going and doing a 9-to-5 office job. You're not doing things sort of like the way a lot of people do them, the standard way, the right way to do things. It's a practical way. And there are advantages to doing things that way. There just are. I mean, there's a certain safety in it. But for a crooked tree, safety doesn't really work. Living on the edge does. And, folks like that, and I relate to this, I'd rather die my way than live your way. And it isn't because I don't like you or your way or I think there's anything inherently wrong with it. It's just not my way. I've got to be like a sui generis in Latin, like a being after its own kind, just unique. And that you pay a price for that. There's a price to be unique. And there's a price to be a conformist or to do things in a normal way. It might just like eat away at your soul going to work in an office. It does that for a lot of people. But there's also a benefit. You come home, you punch out, you don't have to think about things as much. Anyway, all right, Jeff, I'm rating this a 9.3. I like the song, I liked her, I like the instrumentation, I like the lyricism, and my brain is moving a million miles an hour. And it just so happens that I'm also writing a book now. I'm about 200 pages into it. I started it 8 or 9 weeks ago, and I absolutely love what I'm coming up with. And as a writer, you don't always love what you're coming up with, and I still love it. But it ties into this very theme. So thank you for that. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. See you on another video. Keep rocking the country and bluegrass.